All right, this morning on Daybreak, you're waking up with a little less sleep. We'll talk with some experts to explain how that could impact our health.
And with Missouri's first positive case of the coronavirus, officials from the medical field have a few tips on how to protect yourself.
Also, fire trucks and first responders will now have a safer path to Camp Arrowhead. We'll have that story and more all this morning on Daybreak.
Good morning, and thanks for starting off your week with us. It's Monday, March 9th. I'm Lauren Barnes.
And I'm Joe Morano as we are rolling into hour number 2. A little more awake than we were before. That's all you can ask for on Monday morning, right?
Yes, it sure is. Did you handle the time change okay?
Yeah, I think so. I just, I always get thrown later on in the day on a Sunday. Sundays you can sleep in, but, I'm looking at the clock and I'm like, oh, it's already 2. You know what I mean? That's where it throws me off, not the less sleep.
Yeah. Elisa, how about you? You doing okay?
Yeah, I enjoyed seeing the sun a little bit later yesterday.
Yeah, that was
I
also
like
a
the
big one.
later sunsets. It keeps me feeling less dead.
A lot of that coming up. And also, you might be surprised to wake up. It's so warm out there right now this morning.
Yeah, we've got temperatures mild because we have clouds and some steady southerly winds. We keep things warm as we head through the afternoon. Some wet roads out there in Branson this morning. It's 52 degrees on southerly winds at about 5 miles per hour. We've got widespread rain moving in this morning. It's pretty light. You can see all of those greens there on the radar telling us it's a lighter rain. We've got some more moderate rain around Mountain Home this morning, another spot near Camdenton and Lake of the Ozarks. But again, this is the most action that we've got here on radar. It's just a light and steady rain out there this morning. Temperatures are warm. It's 56 degrees in Rolla, a pair of 5s in West Plains, and a pair of 5s in Ava. So we'll have wet roads as we head through the day today. Rain will turn a little bit more spotty by the afternoon and evening. We'll have temperatures staying warm on some breezy southerly winds that gust to 35 miles per hour, 62 degrees by dismissal. As the front comes through this evening, we do have a threat of severe weather, so we'll go into detail on that. Plus, we're looking at a drier day tomorrow, but things staying unsettled through this week. Details on that coming up in 10 minutes.
We've got some medical coverage for you this morning. With Missouri's first presumptive positive case of the coronavirus in St. Louis, more people are prepping for this to spread. There still aren't any confirmed cases in Greene County. Cindy Edwards is a registered nurse that specializes in infection prevention at Cox Health. She says in this time of year when people are prone to getting more sick, there's some emphasized importance on washing your hands and to be mindful of touching your face less.
We often touch dirty door handles or areas that are high-touch surfaces, and then or we go to the restroom, and then we eat or put our hands in our mouth, and so then we put those organisms into our mouth.
Hand sanitizer is an okay replacement if you can't get to soap and water, but to make sure to use it thoroughly. We've actually got an example of how to do so over on ozarksfirst.com when you find this story.
And with Election Day tomorrow, the county clerk's office is taking additional steps to protect voters from the spread of illness. While there's no cause for panic, County Clerk Shane Scholler says he wants to make sure voters feel safe and confident to exercise their right to vote. The clerk's office will be providing antiseptic and disinfectant wipes for each polling location. It will also provide disposable gloves for voters to use while operating the touchscreen voting equipment. Voters are also encouraged to wash their hands thoroughly before and after visiting the polling place, and also to bring your own pens if possible.
Facebook is now changing what online sales and advertising it allows, as it has announced it's banning face mask ads and commerce listings in response to online sale prices really increasing here. The site also says when users click on a hashtag related to COVID-19, information for the World Health Organization, the CDC, and local health authorities are provided.
The U.S. Army has suspended travel for all soldiers and their families to and from South Korea. The travel ban aimed to protect the spread of COVID-19 will be in effect through May 6th. There are more than 28,000 U.S. troops stationed in South Korea.
In your right to know this morning, we now know the name of a person found dead in Springfield this weekend, identified as 63-year-old James Simons from Arkansas. His body was found Saturday on the property of the permanently closed Rancho Motel here in Springfield. He appeared to have been hit several times, and this is now a homicide investigation. Anyone with information should contact Springfield PD or Crime Stoppers over at 869-TIPS.
Fire trucks and first responders can now have a safer route to enter Camp Arrowhead as an old deteriorating bridge is being restored. Camp Arrowhead is the oldest scout camp in west of the Mississippi. Yesterday, we visited the construction site. The bridge is the main entrance to the camp and has been there for almost half a century. It's currently made out of wood timbers, many of which are rotted. Travis Miller with Miller Engineering is one of 3 companies that volunteered to replace the bridge, which is why the project won't cost a penny. The new bridge also allows for the camp to build a proper storm shelter.
It requires bringing in lots of heavy equipment, and we were really concerned about the bridge at that time. And so now with this bridge in place, we can bring in those other components for future storm shelters.
Being out here during the summer months, in springtime, having somewhere the kids can shelter during severe storms or tornado activities is very handy.
New for you this morning, we all sprang those clocks forward over the weekend by an hour, but there's growing debate about whether or not we should stop changing our clocks altogether.
Color 10's Nija McDonald met with a sleep expert and joins us now this morning to share potential health side effects due to daylight saving. Nija?
Well, good morning, Lauren and Joe. During daylight saving, our internal clocks can become out of sync or mismatched with our current day-night cycle. Now, Mercy physician Stephen Gradney says how well we adapt to the change depends on several things. Gradney says how much sleep we're getting each night is important. He says patients who go into daylight saving already sleep deprived can find it harder to adjust to the change. Gradney says basic sleep hygiene can include reducing or eliminating caffeine and alcohol, exercising several hours before bedtime, and creating calming rituals before bed. Now, according to the American Academy of Sleep Medicine, spring daylight saving time transition raises health and safety risk.
Increased hospital admissions for things like heart issues, increased kind of car crashes or accidents at work due to patients being sleepy, and again, just decreased productivity in general. Most of those effects will last somewhere between 5 to 7 days is what they generally say, and then everything kind of goes back to normal.
Well, Gradney encourages going to sleep and waking up at the same times as well.
Thank you, Nija. We've got some wet roads out there this morning. Hard to see because it's still pretty dark, but there are some sprinkles on the windshield as some light rain becomes widespread across the Ozarks. As the front comes through this evening, we could have some strong and severe storms. Details on that coming up next.
From Color 10 Ozarks First, Lauren Barnes, Joe Morano, and weather with meteorologist Elisa Raffa. This is Color 10 News Daybreak.